Libra, hi. So this is going to be a reading for November 25th through December 1st. And I'll take a look into your recent past, your current energies, and your immediate future. And then I'll close it off with a couple of cards from the universe for you. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended. At the end of the video, you can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Let's see, Libra. Okay, the overall energy for the reading, the Justice card, the You card, that's your energy right there. So that's a good sign. There's a little bit of something going on, but with this energy showing up, I feel like you kind of got a grasp on things, or you should. In the recent past, the Six of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, you really wanted for something to work out here. Not only did you want for something to work out, you were really stubborn about it. You weren't showing that much, but you had a sense of, oh, it's got to work out, you know? Because your actions don't really reflect the stubbornness, but I see it being there. So, okay. Something potentially... I mean, I see an energy exchange there that is tied up to this whole situation, so that's kind of the direction in which you are going with this, a healthy energy exchange. So we'll see what that's about. In the current situation, the Five of Wands, the Four of Cups, the Six of Wands, that's an interesting energy because it's kind of bittersweet. On one hand, you're showing me you're upset, potentially disappointed, that there's a little bit of conflict at play here in a particular situation, so things are not necessarily going the best. But on the other hand, you're giving me a sense of there's something about the situation that makes you feel good. So I'm not really sure I'm getting this yet, but okay. In the immediate future, the Three of Wands, the Nine of Cups, the Strength card. There's some time passing here, but it's good for you. It's almost like taking some time away from this situation, maybe. Which feels like it's very, very difficult, but it's also very beneficial. So, okay. So in time, things look to feel a little better here. Let's clarify. Let's see what we got going on. For the Justice card, you get the... I love his sounds. You're not hearing probably the sounds he makes when he just kind of switches positions, but something like that. For the Justice card, the Seven of Cups, the Eight of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles. That's why you're showing up here within your energy, because you know that you gotta do what you gotta do. There's definitely a sense of emotional involvement at play in a particular situation. And you're kind of showing me, maybe that's why you're feeling good about something. Because you're kind of putting yourself first at the end of the day. You're like, you know, as long as I stay super invested in this, I'm not going to be able to think straight and make the right choices when it comes to what's best for me. If I keep a little bit emotionally disconnected from the situation and don't get so sucked in and so involved, then I'm able to see what's best for me and I can make the right decisions from that place. So you kind of have this understanding of things. The more you get emotionally invested in this, especially when it looks a little bit troublesome, the more you'll get pulled down in your energy and you'll experience all sorts of not the greatest energies at play for you. And that'll keep you in a place in which you're going to be disconnected from your true self and, again, what's best for you at the end of the day. So you got that understanding. Okay, well, that's a good acknowledgement over things here. Pretty practical, but I feel like it may help the situation. You know, where it keeps you a little bit disconnected, not from the person or the situation necessarily, but from the conflict of it, the downer energies of it, you know. For the 6 of Pentacles in the recent past, you get the 8 of Pentacles, the 5 of Pentacles, the Tower. Oh, okay, so that's what it is. Yeah, you want for something to work out. You're giving me an energy exchange there, so it could be a partnership where we're talking about a connection you have to someone. I kind of see work there, but it could be something else. You definitely want for something to work out. But it's kind of like the amount of the energy that I see for this to work out is equal to the amount of energy that I see tied up to fear, that this is not going to work out. So it kind of balances out somehow. The fear has a tendency to look a little bigger than what we have here in terms of the desire for this to work out. I kind of see them equal, but the fear has the opportunity to jump up there big time. And to kind of mess up the scale of this. But okay. Let me see the 4 of Pentacles in the recent past, the 3 of Swords, the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Cups. Yeah, things didn't work out necessarily in the way you wanted them to here, you know, but at the same time, that's where the stubbornness comes in, because you push through. You're like, okay, you know, I'm hurt, I'm this, I'm that by whatever happened, but I'm not going to give up. I'm going to push through it. I'm just going to keep on trying here. All right. Let's do the Page of Swords. The Temperance card, the Knight of Wands, the 2 of Wands. There is perseverance, but there's also like almost like waiting for things to cool down and then going back at it. Now, I don't know if that's even you. There. We could be talking about somebody else. Because I see things building up a little bit in from that place of fear that I see showing up from the get-go here. And it's getting a little tensed in there. And then somebody, just to kind of loosen that up a little bit, the energy of that, kind of takes a break from it. It's like, okay, well, let's let things cool down and then we'll come back at this. And again, I'm not sure if that's... I'm seeing more another energy that's doing this, that kind of has that recognition of the pause over things, but I see you working with that as well. So it's almost looking like the both of you are doing the same. When things build up in tensed energies, you kind of back away from it, and then you come back and address this. What's interesting is that things are getting tensed up, not because of something you did or something they did. It's because of the energies of fear that I see mixed up in there. You know, so it's almost like either one of you's perceptions or both of you. It's not even that anything happened necessarily. It's just because somebody perceived things in a certain way. And then it builds up on something quite off. I like the recognition of the pause, though. It's like before we kind of create a shit show here, let's take a break. Let's reassess, you know. But there's something going on here. In the current situation for the 5 of Wands, you get the 7 of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, the 3 of Wands. Is it time for that break again? Because I see somebody pushing it to the limit there. I'm kind of looking at the same thing. It's done a little bit different in the sense of maybe, and this I think it's you, maybe you're not recognizing that, oh, time for that break, you know, and then we'll come back and reassess. Or you want to break that cycle and you know, let's just deal with it. Instead of giving this a break and then coming back at it, let's just deal with it full on. Because I see a little bit of pushing. It's a little different than what I see in the past. When conflict shows up in the past, it's like disconnect. Okay, time to back off. This time it's like conflict is here. And somebody's like, well, push it a little more. Let's see what happens, you know? But not because you want to. It's just because you want to face it more. Instead of giving it a rest. Okay. For the 4 of Cups, in the current situation, you get the 4 of Wands, the Page of Pentacles, the 7 of Swords. Ooh. but it's kind of pushy though. it's the tension there that keeps on showing up from time to time here is getting pretty strong at this time, in the sense of, I see you in all of this trying to learn something from the situation, you know, learn something through the situation as it happens. But you're getting to the point where the conflict gets so big that you're like, fuck this shit. I'm not learning anything from, I don't want to have anything to do with this. It's too much, too painful, too this, too that, you know? Yeah, it's quite a different approach though. It's facing it, and facing it means you're gonna deal with it as it feeling very, very difficult. So I can understand why you're at this point of, yeah, I kind of want to run away from it though. You know, over there in the past, you gave yourself the distance, the time, let's let this just kind of calm down and we'll come back at it at a later time. This time it's like you're in the middle of it, you know? You're like, yeah, no, we'll just deal with it. Okay. For the Six of Wands, in the current situation, you get the Star, the Queen of Wands, the Moon. This whole situation kind of, that's why you're feeling good about it on one hand, because this whole situation, you're kind of dealing with your sense of confidence, recognizing yourself for who you are and how valuable you are, you know, kind of pushes you in that direction. It forces you to come up with that, to work on your self-worth here. And that's why you feel good about it. The other sucky part is that it sucks while you go through it. You know, it's not pleasant. It's not a lesson that's going to be pleasant to learn through. But you see the benefit of it, though. Interesting. I don't see you going anywhere, though. It gets you to that point of, I got to get the hell out of Dodge. But I don't think you're going anywhere. I think you're sticking through it. You know? Let me do the Three of Wands in the immediate future, the Five of Cups, the Devil, the Empress. I don't know what the hell is going on here, really. But what I do see is that in time, all of the things that are in the way of you recognizing your own self-worth, which are very not great things, you know, it could be little things that you tell yourself about yourself, right? I suck, I'm stupid, I'm this, I'm that, you know, that you think, oh, they're insignificant. They're not, you know, they contribute to your self-worth. Even if you think, oh, they're coming out to the surface here in time. So while you deal with this now, okay, deal with this now, whatever happens now. But when things do settle down for you from an energetic standpoint, you'll see those things kind of coming and hitting you right in the face there. You know, you might be taking this as you're just sitting there one day and you're like, oh man, the times I called myself this and that and realizing that you actually believed all of that. You know, so all of these things I see them coming out to the surface because they're in the way. They're in the way of you actually acknowledging who you are and feeling that for yourself. You may know that to some extent, but you're not feeling it, you know, your actual self-worth. And I see it here, and it's amazing. It just has some things in the way that you put there without even knowing you put there, you know. But they are being revealed to you, which I love that. Because it's going to be quite the aha moment for you here when these things show up. And it's like they're showing up and then you're cleaning them up and away from the way. Away from the way. Good. For the Nine of Cups in the immediate future, you get the Ace of Wands, the Six of Swords, the Ten of Wands. Okay. And once you recognize that and what you're made of, what you want, who you are, what you need, what your needs truly are, without these little things in the way, you may have to make some tough decisions here, but you are making them. It's easier to make them from that place of fully aligning with yourself. I don't know what those decisions are. I see you leaving some stuff behind. Oh, that could be energies, people, I don't know. You'll know when you get there. They're tough decisions to make, but I see you doing them. And it's shown up easier. Interesting reading. I like this reading, the way it's turning out here. For the Strength card, you get the Knight of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups, the Queen of Swords. Yeah, you're looking great here. You're definitely stepping into your power here fully. It's just things that are kind of blinding you, you know, right now, from within the situation especially. From acknowledging who you are and trusting in that and believing that and aligning with that. And this is the journey to you aligning fully with yourself. Again, you know, it's almost like we have to do it every now and then, and this is one of those times for you. But whatever this dynamic is definitely reflecting that back to you. So it's really cool. It's not easy, but it's not the hardest thing you've done. So it's gonna feel a little bumpy at times, but I see you coming out of it in quite the interesting and powerful way, you know, back to aligning with yourself in the right way here, and then dealing with the situation from that place, you know. So what's up, Bubba? What's up, Bubba? I missed you so much. I missed you so much. Yeah, my little boy. Let's see. From the universe for you, the Six of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles, the Devil. Yeah, there's a connection here somehow related to all of this, that based on whatever experience you're having within this connection at this moment in time, these things are being reflected to you, are being brought to the surface for you to see, to heal, to clean up. You know, it's your own things. It's not one of those, oh, they suck and they're this and they're that. It may have been at some point, but it's not about that. It's just trying to reflect some things about you here, you know. And it starts from that place of putting yourself first, and it ends with that. But that's the main lesson here, I think. It's trying to remind you of that. But that's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time. Bye.